All right, let's see if I can make some sense of this. I was totally, constantly playing with these stupid rubber bands my whole life when I'm messing around. And I'm like, today, I'm like, oh my God, that's why I'm playing with them and can't stop fiddling. And I'm sure many of you do this. Anyway, if you take the void, right, emptiness, or the circle representing whole or representing self, one reason we use it as a continuous loop for consciousness, code space, a black hole for me, whatever it may be for you. Anyway, if you have one self and a complete self, or like Shel Silverstein would call it the big O, right? And then you have another self, you and other, okay? Self and other. This could be you, this could be your spouse, you, your kid, it doesn't matter. Works better with a spouse because if you make out, then you got better clarity on this. Anyway, in the aspect of entanglement, of even though you have your own body, your own soul, your own spirit, your own feeling space, and the other person does as well, as a complete container, when we come together, just like when two cells come together, there's an alchemy that happens that causes entanglement. And that alchemy bends space time, maybe not our physical body, but our quantum or astral body, and it becomes entangled. And so now what we have is this nature of connectedness, that these threads of entanglement that are constantly with all of us. It's such a great illustration. Anyway, the aspect is that if I make a choice, even though it's my body, my feelings, if I, whatever it may be, excessive work, excessive sleep, excessive consumption of unhealthy foods or alcohols or whatever it may be, that my choices affect other. And it could be excessive happiness in some cases, right? If I'm joyful all the time, the other person will have a counterbalance of not so joyful. It could be back and forth. Anyway, the aspect of self and others that once that you've made it or quantumly entangled, especially if you've created children, for example, you have to really work on unthreading these things, or if you share DNA. So this bond that if I make a move this direction, I pull the other with me. Oh, good. Anyway, because there's a paradox of self and other, we see this all the time, but we may not understand how densely connected we all are and how one shift affects the other. So when we unravel ourselves energetically from another, be aware it affects your physical body, because as a material substance, as an organic system made of matter, you when you shift that which innervates you through the electrolytes, through consciousness, through waveform, not just particle versus the interconnectedness of the entanglement of wave, just like music moving through your body can change and shift you. We have to be mindful of how we use our body, mind, spirit, and emotional field. Be responsible with self so that other also feels just as equally respected as one is the same as other. This is the practice of compassion.